For this video, what we're going to create is a app that's a Paintpot. So we will have an image on the screen and have various buttons underneath to draw along. So before we start building the blocks, we need to design it first. So on this page, we need to go to the palette and we need to find on here a canvas, much like you would do in art. So here we have a canvas under drawing and animation. I'm just going to drag that along the components. It says canvas 1 there. So I'm just going to rename that. I'm just going to rename that main canvas. Okay, now I've kept it all one word, as any caps will come along as an error. Okay, you could use an underscore, I'm just going to leave it one word. So we have the main canvas. Now along the properties, what we need to do is have a background image. So much like you would do before, you can upload any file you want. I've already uploaded one there, so we will use this one here. If I can sort it. There we go. Okay, so a lovely picture there of David Cameron. Now, as you can see, it's too large for and too wide for the screen. So what we need to do now is go onto make sure the canvas is selected, and we need to scroll to the bottom there and width. So we want it to fill the parent, so and do that way. And the height, if we set it to fill parent and click OK, it's still a little bit too large. So now we need to edit it with some pixels. So let's just try 300. Okay, so that's good enough for what I want to do today. So we have the main canvas now. What we then need to do is add some buttons to allow us to pick and choose what color that we want. So here I'm just going to add 3 buttons. 1, 2, and 3. And then on here, on the components, rename them. So that's going to be called red button. This one will be called blue button, and the third one can be green button. So there we go. Now, because I've changed the name of the component, the actual text and of the property of the buttons have not changed. Therefore, I'll just need to go back through here and change the text. Let's change that one to red, and there we go. It's changed straight away. Blue, and then the last one, green. Change that to green. Okay, now if I wanted to, I could change the background color of the green one to a green color, change the background of the blue one to blue, and the background to the red one to red. Okay, so there we have the 3 buttons and we have it all set up. The way that these buttons are set up though are not to my liking. I would like them along in a horizontal fashion. So I'm going to click on layout under the palette, and there's a horizontal arrangement there. So I'm going to drag that into the bottom underneath there, and as you can see, it's just wedged itself in between red and blue. So all I need to do now is click on red there, drag them all into it. Okay, so there we have it. We have blue, green, and red all set up in a horizontal arrangement. These buttons do not reach across the bulk of the screen, which I would like them to do. So what we need to do is set the width to fill whole screen. So that's going to be 150 pixels. So that's probably a little bit too much. So let's try 100. Let's try it for green as well. And let's try it with the blue one. Okay, so they don't quite fit, so I will just go back and change them all to 95 pixels each. Okay, well, that will suit my needs for the time being. So once we've set them all up, we can now move on to editing the blocks.